Uncle Vernon crashes into Harry's room, and when he realizes what he's doing, he full on dives at Harry, who's halfway out the window, and grabs his ankle. This house sure does sound unique. No, I gotta be honest, it's weird, man. Hey guys, I am Charlotte the Starlet. These are my girls, Angel and Glitter, and this is my little boy Seth. Today we're going to be reacting to Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling. Now, since I am a mystery/thriller writer, I don't just react, I review. And the way I do it is simple. If I like something, I add a point, starting from last video's total, and if I don't, I take one off. Right, let's jump in. As he was staring into the bush was staring back. It literally says there were two large green eyes right in the middle of the bush looking back at Harry. When Harry is just about to lie down on his bed, he realizes that someone else was already sitting on it. It's a creature with large bat-like ears and bulging green eyes. Apparently, this creature is called Dobby the House Elf. Dobby says if Harry Potter goes back to Hogwarts, he will be in mortal danger? Okay, so it's the middle of the night and Harry just woke up to Ron at his bedroom window, which is like 2 floors off the ground. Oh my days, yeah. This is after Harry got locked in his bedroom, complete with prison bars by Uncle Vernon. Okay, so it turns out Ron ain't just like levitating in midair outside Harry's bedroom. He's in a car that's levitating. Because that makes much more sense. Oh my god, Fred and George are there as well. They're like, alright Harry? That's as British as you can get. Aww. Apparently Ron has sent Harry about 12 letters asking him whether he wants to like spend the summer at his house. Which is a bit late considering summer is essentially over, but he didn't get any reply from Harry, which isn't actually Harry's fault, which you know if you watched last time. Apparently Ron and his dad also know that Harry got like an official warning from the ministry about using magic outside of school. They get to know tea like that because Ron's dad works for the ministry. That's a good point. Ron tries to lecture Harry about it a bit, and Harry's like, it's a bit rich coming from him, considering he's sitting in a literal floating car. But apparently, according to Ron, this doesn't count, because they're only borrowing the car. Anyway, so Harry asks Ron to go back to Hogwarts and tell them that he won't be able to go because the Dursleys have literally locked him up in the house. But it seems like Ron, Fred and George intend on breaking Harry out and taking him home with them. Fred throws Harry a piece of rope and tells him to tie that round the bars outside his window. Then he tells Harry to stand back. Oh my days. Fred pulls the bars clean off the window with the car. Fred reverses the car as close to Harry's window as he can get. But Harry still has to get all his stuff. You know, his wand, his broomstick, his luggage and everything. Apparently they're locked in Harry's old bedroom, aka the cupboard under the stairs, which Harry obviously can't get to since he's locked in his room. Oh snap, they're coming in. Fred and George legit climb into Harry's bedroom. No, they are not. They are not. Guess what George does? After he and Fred climb in through Harry's window, George pulls out a hairpin from his pocket. Bruh! Oh my gosh. I rate that. I really do rate that. George successfully picks the lock to Harry's bedroom door. Unbelievable. He goes downstairs and collects Harry's things. Meanwhile, Harry himself is gathering the stuff he has in his bedroom. Why is Harry sneaking out so relatable? Not that I've done stuff like this. Harry and the Weasleys are doing their best to not make any noise, and they freeze at the sign of any life or movement from Uncle Vernon. Like, that's the kind of stuff I do when I want a full-blown meal at 2 a.m. but my parents are sleeping upstairs. But anyway, George comes back with Harry's stuff and they load all his things into the car. Oh no. Oh no. Uncle Vernon actually wakes up. I really didn't think he would. Bruh, Uncle Vernon's like that ruddy owl because it was Hedwig's screech that woke him up. Honestly though, who screams in all caps first thing when they wake up? Oh, Hedwig screeched because Harry almost left her behind. I guess I kind of get it now. Oh my days. So Uncle Vernon crashes into Harry's room, and when he realizes what he's doing, he full on dives at Harry, who's halfway out the window, and grabs his ankle. The Weasleys all try and tug Harry into the car, but Uncle Vernon's anchored on. Not only is he still pulling Harry's leg, literally, but he also screams for Aunt Petunia. Okay, phew. The Weasleys actually managed to pull Harry out. Now, as the great SpongeBob SquarePants once said, floor it, Fred. Oh man, I want to ride in a flying car. Sounds awesome. I love fast rides. As the Weasleys literally shoot for the moon, Harry looks back at Privet Drive and sees the Dursleys all peering outside of the window, looking dumbfounded, which I can't blame them for. Wow! Harry yells back at them, "See you next summer!" Right, so then Harry lets Hedwig out of her cage so that she can fly alongside them. She literally hasn't had a chance to spread her wings in months because she's been locked up all summer with Harry. Right, so anyway, during the ride in the car, Harry finally gets a chance to catch up with Ron and his brothers. He tells them all about what happened with Dobby, and the Weasleys agree that it sounds really dodgy. Oh, hold on. Maybe not. I don't think the twins are really taking Harry seriously. It's almost like they don't really believe him. Fred explains that while house elves can do their own magic, they can't really do so without their owner's permission. And so they reckon someone just set Dobby up to pull a prank on Harry or something. He then asks Harry if he can think of anyone that might have a grudge against him. And both Harry and Ron immediately say yes. Draco Malfoy. Wait, what? So Fred and George recognize the name, and they say they've heard their dad talking about Draco's dad, Lucius Malfoy. And it turns out that Lucius Malfoy was a big supporter of Voldemort. You know, before he came back in the last book and everything. Damn, you really do get all the tea in the wizarding world, it seems, if you work for the Ministry. Because not only did Lucius Malfoy support Voldemort, but when Voldemort disappeared, he turned round and said that he never meant any of it and that he never truly supported Voldemort, which no one believes, including me. I just think he's doing that to save face. But damn, this tea really do be getting hotter. Why does it kind of remind me of when influencers get cancelled, you know? That's the sort of stuff people say when that happens, especially if they were a fan of them. Although I do feel that if an influencer or celebrity is cancelled for a genuinely good, valid, sound reason, it's better to stop supporting them than to continue being a fan and excusing whatever they've done wrong. Because you just end up making yourself look like a bigger clown at the end of the day. Especially if there is like undeniable proof that this influencer has done something wrong. And especially if they've harmed people or actually committed a crime, you know. It's best to just not support them anymore, I think. The best examples I can think of are like the situations with Shane Dawson and James Charles, you know? Oh, and Jeffree Star as well. Like, they've all done so many shady things that were actively harmful, yet they, for so long, tried to act like they did nothing wrong and nothing ever happened until they get called out on it. And then they usually make some sort of bullshit apology and hope everyone just forgets about it. I honestly cannot stand it when fans of people like Shane Dawson continue to defend what he did and make excuses for him when he has done some absolutely disgusting things. Nothing vexes me more than to see naive, ignorant little kids falling for his shit. Anyway, that was a big tangent. So, sorry. So, yeah. Fred reckons that whoever does own Dobby must be rich, bro. Apparently their mum has always wanted a house elf, but all they have is this old little ghoul in their attic. Interesting. House elves apparently come with manor houses and castles and stuff. Harry wouldn't put it past Malfoy to do something like send Dobby to cause havoc to try and make Harry not want to go back to Hogwarts. He also reckons that Draco and his family are rich enough to own a house elf because they're able to afford so much else, you know, like the latest gadgets and broomsticks and stuff. Ooh. Okay, I'm not gonna spend too long talking about this point, but I do just want to say, but Ron gets talking about his family's owls, and apparently they've got this really old owl called Errol, who's not very good at his job, but they also have another owl called Hermes, which apparently belongs to Percy. And I just think that the name Hermes is perfect for an owl, because Hermes is the Greek god of messages, right? Was it the Greek gods? If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But I do like the name. Anyway, they're almost at the Weasley's house. Ron gives an ETA of 10 minutes. It must be easy to find your way around in a flying car, right? Like, you'd be able to see the route and all the roads clearer, wouldn't you? Ooh, it's almost morning now. It says that a faint pinkish glow was visible along the horizon to the east. I like that description. So, the closer and closer they get to the house, the lower and lower the car flies. Oh, we got another one, guys. The edge of a brilliant red sun was now gleaming through the trees. Oh man, just you know. Soon enough, with a slight bump, the car hits the ground right outside the garage in their yard. Well, this house sure does sound unique, I guess. No, I gotta be honest. It's weird, man. Like, what the heck? It says that the Weasley's house looked like it had once been a pigsty, but it had extra rooms added here and there until it was several stories high and was so crooked that it looked like it was only being held up by magic. Oh my days. There are about 5 chimneys on top of the roof. What could you possibly need that many chimneys for? Outside the front door, there's also a jumble of Wellington boots and a very rusty cauldron. There were also several fat brown chickens casually roaming around in the yard. And to top it all off, there was a lopsided sign that stood outside the front door that simply said, "The Burrow." Anyway, that is where I'm gonna leave it for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give the like button and the notification bell a little kiss. It'll be just like kissing me. And subscribe to become a Starlet. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And if you have read something that you want me to react to, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Bye!